Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way. A centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious. That's the third time I've seen a Dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Revelio. Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Accio. Revelio. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures, though. So what are they doing?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
Hey, for your information, I received an owl from her just the other day.
Irondale's not half as tough as it sounds. Betting on the dragon fight was the best decision I've made yet. Nothing to poach in Arrynshire except spiders. Not worth the trouble, if you ask me.
They know the lies and falsehoods no one's mightier and Rockwoods.
They come after me. I'll stick 'em like a nogtail.
Petrificus totalis.
Call out for me all you want. I shall be off spending my spoils in Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Horntail Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word. Given how crowded it is here, how could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Don't know what Victor was sinking straight up into Petrificus Totalis. Revenue.
You heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say...
Petrificus Totalis.
Someone there?
Revenue. Petrificus Totalis.
Anyone looking for trouble? You found it, you me.
Revenue.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite a fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her on, shall we? That's a brilliant idea.
Revenue.
They've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Aloha Mora. All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Petrificus Totalis.
I've never seen a spell.
looking for, and you brought a friend.
Is this your best
Cruising. Accio. Levioso.
The lab returns to
Bombarda. Confringo.
I'm embarrassed for you.
You don't want trouble, Medic.
Come on, you little thing, hold your own. Let me have some.
in a duel? Pathetic. Medic, no patience. Oh dear, fighting with plants, are we?
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Accio. This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Incendio. This way.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Revelio.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the requirement.
should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral. Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke...
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish him. As Deke punished himself, Master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration, Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, Master fell from... Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
What a horrible tale, Deke. I'm so sorry.
Deke has only told Professor Weasley that story. Deke often wonders what became of that feat. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented sleep.
If only a new student would help me with my...
Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Accio! Depulso. Revelio. Depulso. Confringo. Accio. Lumos. Revelio.
Thank you kindly for letting us grace your...
Confringo. Accio. Depulso. Levioso. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Come, students. Listen to the art we are about. Pleasure of your ear.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
Depulso. Confringo. Accio. Levioso. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Lumos. Hello, Lucan.
Excellent idea.
That'd be brilliant.
Wonderful. If you need to stop practicing before you...
Accio. Incendio. Levioso.
Nicely done. Next time, perhaps.
Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
Good one.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
That's it. Impressive wand work. I'd hate to face you in a...
Thanks, Luke.
Oh, stop. Seriously, well done. Training dummies, even though you won the tournament already, I'm glad to see you have...
still talk about
Where they go.
Over here.
This is a change of pace from our last out.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared... I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers...
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was...
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her.
That's a good idea.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig...
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we... Don't worry, I'll guard your secret. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods. That could have been anything.
You know what it was.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am...
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for...
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous...
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of...
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. And it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy, but she has used her sight to control me too.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not... My mother cannot know. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Revelio. What do we have here? A demiguise. Professor, do you have a moment?
I do?
I was wondering how you'd...
Those of us who... When I was granted...
I see.
Yes. I had foreseen you would be... And so, divining...
I find it truly intriguing.
You are a student at Hogwarts, after all. It cannot have escaped you that we...
Of course, Professor.
Now, I know I have enjoyed our conversation.
Accio. Confringo. Levioso. Depulso. Lumos. Descendo. Glacius. Confringo. Glacius. Depulso. Accio. Confringo. Wingardium Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Revelio. Mine now, demiguise.
On another adventure, are we?
There we go. That's it.
Welcome back.
Reporting back, Professor.
Well done. Wisdom is a golden snitch, as they say. Let us practice our restore momentum. Precise, deliberate movements. Very good. I recommend... new spell as much as possible, perhaps before you leave here.
Arresto momentum.
That's it. Keep it up.
But surely those would curdle.
So this is the underground harbor.
Revelio. Arresto momentum. Cabalso. Confringo. Bombarda. Levioso. Accio. Lumos. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio.
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration?
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book. If you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with... they don't value knowledge the way I do.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The golden snidget.
Correct! The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Felix Felicis.
Well done! Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct! According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The Bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the quaffle. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of three hoops in a... True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
True.
Actually, the answer was false. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change... Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, and I won't be giving you any more easy questions either.
I'm sorry.
Let me know if you change your mind. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Beautiful.
Goodness. Settle down. Settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do. Beautifully done. Class is dismissed. And remember, now is not the time to ease...
You wanted to discuss my progress so far?
I did. You seem to have had no... And frankly,
Thank you, Professor. The extras...
As I suspected they would be. Of course, the guide isn't the... I've heard that you can brew an impressive... Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to...
Thank you, Professor.
Was your extended conversation with Mr. Ollivander after you...
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for... I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your Until then, well... If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training dummy is available.
Levioso!
Glad to see you were paying close attention to my demonstration of the transformation spell.
Since our visit to Felgrund,
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
I remember our meet mentioning something about gobbledygook. Depulso. Accio. Confringo. Descendo. Depulso. Accio. Levioso!
Hello there. In the market for potions, are we?
Revelio.
wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
What will I do without her?
What do we have here? A demiguise. These rocks have seen better days.
So hurrah, me lads in Rookwood Taunsy's glad! Oh, I'm going to enjoy this.
Leviosa.
How's the view?
Yes.
Levioso! No! Levioso! Levioso!
Thought we'd
Bombarda.
forget
Confringo.
Confringo!
Potato.
What have you done? Reducto! Careful not to get blitzed. Confringo!
Accio. Confringo. Bombarda.
Reducto!
Levioso.
Stop that! Confringo! Tiger! You'll peter out soon enough.
Confringo. Revelio. Levioso.
Potato!
Accio. Confringo. Revelio.
Have you finished your assignments?
I finished the tasks, Professor. Yes, sir.
Good. Ordinarily, I'd say it's not my talent and resolve are
Thank you, Professor.
Don't let it go. Now, let's see how you fare. Focus. Defendo can be dangerous if you're not paying attention. Very good. It seems you have a grasp on it. I would encourage you once again to practice here in the
Defendo!
It's a pleasure to have a student who actually heeds instruction.
Alohomora.
Anna's getting worse.
Revelio.
So the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her. I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the Catacomb.
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
PC has a brand new game. Just beware the open flame.
12 3 6 7 8 22 1 2 4 6 16 9 baykuş olacak. Kaç? 3 6 7 1 zaman bir kere böyle olacak. Şu anda olur mu?
Revelio.
LOL.
Venite. Revelio. Venite. Revelio. Defendo. Debolso. Confringo. Accio. Levioso. Bombarda.
It's not like her to forget.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps
What did you find out about the dragon?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her.
Well done. Are you certain?
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she... I thought we might go and see it for us.
Of course.
If that's all right, I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's like... Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the... I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped, perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle.
You got all of that from...
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once...
Well then, let's find our dragon.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do. I wonder how many they brought to capture her. At least 10 usually.
There she is again. From a distance. Revelio.
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her.
How lucky for us. Watch your step. Or just raring for a fight.
Wait, what was that? Well, there's no turning back now. Watch out! It's her. Good thinking, but she'd still be able to smell you. Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me. I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past. Get to that opening below her. If we can get to that, we can get to the nest. Look, underneath her. I think we're close. the nest. We're almost there. Why is every bridge here
Reparo.
broken? Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss. That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people
That's what Gran always said. The important thing is that we survived it. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are. Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg.
True. So why haven't they come after?
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send... How could I have been so blind?
You're worrying far too much. Nobody's looking at you.
Look at that boy.
Why did you buy me around? And if you've been eating chocolate frogs, please refrain from touching them.
Be thankful you have.
I'd rather have. If I haven't said it before, it's a pleasure doing business with you.
You're exercising.
Father, why is
I
he
suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion.
And you said that
Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
But it hasn't. Someone so dramatic, just like your father. Anyone would think you had an affliction.
Pudding. Mistook you for a troll the other day.
Oh, nice to see you here. Isn't the sea air...
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them. So I must assume it's... As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark... If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him...
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
I'll be quieter than a jobberknoll.
Confringo! Confringo! At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the two will be set free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Confringo! Revelio! Accio!
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Revelio!
This room is taller than it looks.
Wingardium Leviosa! Revelio!
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Wingardium Leviosa! Confringo! Confringo! Revelio! Leviosa! Accio! Revelio!
Now this is the sort of graveyard I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Did you hear that?
We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Accio. Revelio. We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do. There's something here by the altar. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
What did you find?
Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions...
Of course. Let's divide and conquer. Hold on to that diary.
It does make...
Really? We need to focus on...
Of course.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Before we trudge on further, I've just
Revelio.
realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperius Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like...
I don't think learning the...
Really? But we've no idea what may lie ahead. But I shan't press you. I'll have your back no matter what we face in there. Here we go. Something troubling ahead.
Revelio. Accio. Protego. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
Accio. How gracious of you. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Revelio.
That worked. Keep going.
Confringo. Accio. Bombarda. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Confringo. Sendo. moment there, I thought that'd never end. Confringo! Revelio!
Dead end. Lovely. All that for
Accio! Hold on. Don't give up yet. Sebastian! The relic! Look! Could it be? Revelio. The note and rendition of the relic. It matches.
I can't believe it. After all this, it like...
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required?
I have no idea. But wait.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. I must... Ominous! The sounds we kept hearing. It was you!
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine. But Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
Revelio. How much did you hear?
We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to.
You're right. This seems far...
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the...
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no...
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more.
Revelio.
I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance. That the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word. Revelio. Accio. Confringo. Accio. Confringo. I need to find a safe way across. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Confringo. Accio. Confringo. Bombado. Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Levioso! Revelio! Accio! Wingardium Levioso! Rickety Bone Bridge complete. Accio! Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio.
As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne. When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous, but it only upset her. Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Silent as a grave. You can't stop us. Your spells glance off of me. What did you do that?
Confringo.
Keep out the way.
We have to fight.
Protego.
Confringo. Confringo.
You won't get away with it.
Bombarda. Levioso.
You'll pay for that.
Confringo.
Back for the bench.
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperius curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
There was little time to react, but it was an unforgivable curse.
I acted in the moment. That's all.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to...
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from it.
Revelio. Pardon me, Mr.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot...
Sebastian acted rashly, but he acted out of instinct to save Anne.
Out of instinct? With an This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against our enemies. What Sebastian did, that you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all, tells me everything I need to know. You, Sebastian, is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near... If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will note... Why, Sebastian?
Revelio. Revelio. What do we have here? A demigod.
Might some kind soul help me?
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle.
Well?
What? I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own... If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely...
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form. and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor...
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet. Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that...
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of... I'll send you an owl when I have news.
Revelio.
Hello there.
Hello, Armeet. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook? It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to...
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well...
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a...
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel...
Lodgok is waiting.
Of course. I just...
Revelio.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one. A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time. A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me...
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to... Damn Bragbor and his blasted journal.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must help. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repository?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle?
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they can... For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard... Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But he's...
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation will...
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language.
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I can...
What written plans? And why can't you come...
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left, and I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loiter.
Amit and I can do this.
I shall see you soon.
The door is looking at us.
Clever. Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift.
Revelio.
Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Confirm. Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't believe we're inside
Back
a
here.
goblin mine. I've read about mines like this. Seeing one is something else altogether.
We need to be careful. As I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as Lodgok, to say the least.
Matter of time till Ranrock sets in.
Petrificus Totalis.
Watch your step round here. I know.
We're being watched. I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word. We're being watched by a door. Confringo. Revelio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
A schematic.
Confringo.
Building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Revelio. Petrificus Totalis.
How nice of you to stop by.
fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Revelio.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
We're close to a breakthrough. I can feel it.
Patricius Totalis.
Who is it?
Revelio.
I know that's
Confringo.
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not
Confringo. Not an entanglement we need right now. Revelio. 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 That should be the last of them, Amit. Accio. Revelio. Confringo.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Revelio. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please...
That wasn't so bad, was it? Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you...
Understood? Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not...
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio.
This cannot possibly be as difficult.
good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horndale Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she alright?
She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's alright.
I should have known. And now another creature.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value...
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidget.
Sounds as if we need to go...
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Still, I think they may be our only hope. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Hello, Samantha.
Shall we?
Yes, I'm.
Accio! What was I thinking?
Accio!
You'll have to do better than that. Accio! Yes! How am I to top that? Accio! Yes!
Accio!
That was sensational. That settles it, then.
Protego!
After your poor show again.
Don't say that, Samantha.
Well, that's very. I happen to know who you're up.
Hello there. Was there something you needed?
Hello. I was wondering if you would be interested in having your own shop and a house elf to help you with it. Penny's the name. Penny's mistress is selling this shop. And Penny is most eager to start working with the new owner. It might surprise you to know that Penny can sell practically anything.
Oh, it would be wonderful to have a place to sell things and someone to help me.
You'll be able to give Penny almost anything that you want to sell. It will be no work at all for you once the shop is up and running. If you want the shop and Penny hopes that you do, you should talk to Penny's mistress as soon as you can. Her name is Cassandra Mason.
Why is your mistress selling the shop? And you?
Penny cannot be certain as Mistress Mason so rarely confides in her. However, she repeatedly mentions how tired she has become of trying to let the shop.
Are you all right? Are you...
Penny's fine. Sometimes Penny simply needs to remind herself.
All right. I shall go.
Oh, this is splendid news indeed. You won't be sorry. Penny does hope she gets to work with you.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade? Hello, Madam Mason. I understand you have a shop to sell.
Why, yes. Yes, I do.
Yes, I am. I've always wanted to.
How marvellous. I think you will find my terms quite... But, and do please forgive me for asking...
I have a knack for this sort of thing, if I do say so myself. If I can meet...
Well, I reckon you... And of course you'll have Penny to help you. That elf could... I assume she told you she comes with the place.
She did indeed.
I like you. Tell you what, I shall sell you the space for an exceedingly fair price. I think you might...
An exceedingly fair price for a shop and an elf. What?
Huh? You are why? No catch, really. I simply ask that you allow me to do you the favour of buying the shop. The last thing we need here in Hogsmeade is for one bad apple to spoil the...
Ha! Your faith in me is overwhelming. You're sorely mistaken if you think I'm going to fail.
There's that confidence again. And of course, I wish you... Do we have a deal?
It does sound intriguing, but I need to consider my finances first. I'll come and find...
Very well, but I won't be able to keep the shop available. If you do want the shop, I'd advise you to return to me as soon as possible. Hello again. You know, the shop won't be available.
Madam Mason?
Yes?
I've decided I'd like to go ahead.
I have to say
I am indeed.
And...
Wonderful.
Please do. Oh, one more thing. Since my husband died, I've not been able to bring myself to retrieve some of his personal items. They're in a chest at the back of the shop. Penny has the key. As you get organised, I would be terribly grateful if you could help an old widow and gather his things for me before you open for business. I wish you the very best of luck in your endeavours. Penny will meet you there.
Aloha, Mora.
hairy one coming into that house.
Well, I've done it, Penny. The shop.
Oh, Penny is so pleased. Penny was so...
I'm glad you're here to help.
Goodness, what a kind thing to say. There is much to do. The last tenant left in a bit of a rush.
Well then, let's...
Penny is ready. Between the two of us, we should have this place up and running in no time.
Defne, sesimi duyuyor mu?
Reparo.
Oh, Penny can already see the potential. Nothing like
Sesimi duyuyor mu Defne?
Mistress Mason wanted Penny to be sure and give you this key. It opens a chest in the back room of this shop.
Oh yes, she mentioned it to me. It contains some of her late...
Penny wonders if you should...
Are you holding your breath again?
Penny must get back to work now.
Revelio.
That's odd. Why would someone store one hat in here? Well, that's not very hospitable.
Oh, goody! Someone to play with. You seem to have your wits about you. What fun this will be. For me.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
That's new. Onwards, I suppose.
What in the... Who's there? Revelio.
Bats. Lovely.
Revelio. Confringo.
Dandik olabilir, evet.
Seems as if I
Ben
should
de
hang
çok
something
sevmedim.
there.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
These lanterns must belong somewhere.
Leviosa. Revelio.
How enlightening! You might survive a bit longer than the others.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Oh, you've come so far so quickly. Well done. You might be just the playmate I've been looking for. I do hope you enjoy my playground. I encourage you to tell everyone about it. If you make it out, that is. Please try. If you get to the end, perhaps we can come to some sort of arrangement. I do want your shop to succeed after
Canı sıkılmış herhalde bunun burada yalnızlıktan.
What's the saying? Two sides to every story.
Revelio.
Unfortunately for you, both
Accio.
to my story. And you'll have to complete both to get to the end.
Revelio.
You've chosen the scholarly route. You'll need more than you've learned from books to best me.
Confringo. Revelio.
It's always good to have a different perspective on things.
Accio. Revelio. Confringo. Bombarda. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Bombarda. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
So much fun to be had. My head is spinning.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
books and notes
Accio.
make one quite dull
Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Revelio. Lumos.
Oh, deja vu. Watch your step.
Descendo. Descendo. Lumos. Defendo.
Running in circles, are we? Perhaps you should retrace your steps.
Lumos. What was that? Lumos.
Oh, how nice of him to pop in.
Protego. Defendo. Protego. Arresto Momentum. Glacius. Protego. Resto momentum. Glacius. Lumos.
Oh, sweet.
Descendo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
done. I'll give you a moment to collect yourself, if you can. Ta-ta for now!
I simply adore this blooming place. Don't you?
You know, foliage, like most living things, won't survive for long in the darkness.
Bombarda!
Oh, I'm afraid of the dark. Accio, does it worry you that I can see you?
Wingardium Leviosa.
See me? It should.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Furniture. Plus, don't want you getting too comfortable. Or do
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Acı.
Ah, a worthy playmate. Well done, me.
Protego. Revelio. Lumos. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Ya telefonla oynayacağına gidip yardım etsene annenlere.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
What's this? A game within a game? Ooh, knight to h3. Nighty night.
Defne the Gangsta.
That was the wrong square.
Revelio.
That wasn't too difficult.
Oh goodness! I do hope you're having as much fun as me. I think I'll keep you around a bit longer.
Accio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
fun. Much to do, much to do. See you in a bit. Aha! Finally! You, my inordinately clever friend, appear to have traversed this seemingly never-ending dungeon relatively unscathed. And now I suppose you want to go. Everyone leaves me, usually in a straitjacket, never to return. I'm starting to take it personally. I'm tired of having no one to play with. Ooh. Ooh. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. If you can match wits with me now and agree to give me unfettered access to the shop for, say, 1 day a month to have a little fun, I'll sign a contract. Pursuant to which, let me see, I will blah, 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 blah. Oh, yes, leave you and your customers alone at all other times, etc., etc. You get your shop, I get my chaos. Sound acceptable? Excellent! Let the games begin! That's just cat, but cat, I mean, you cat. Once, tried seeing this my point of view. I so meticulously crafted. Such a treat to have fun again in my little dungeon.
I wouldn't call it fun, really.
Wouldn't you? To each their own, I suppose.
So, about the contract.
I am a poltergeist of my word.
Very well. I shall agree to your contract with one small addendum.
Hooray! No more of this unsatisfying bug. Wait, did you say one small...
I did. In order that I have a successful shop with lots of customers, would you agree to causing chaos only after 9 o'clock in the evening?
Would you agree to at least 2 days a month instead of 1?
I would.
Pleasure doing business. You've worn me out. Ah, well done. I had a feeling about you. I have to admit, Cassandra did a wonderful job finding the perfect playmate.
Hello, Penny. Were you worried I might not return?
Penny was beginning to think yet another shopkeeper was going to end.
Another shopkeeper? St. Mungo's?
Oh, please forgive Penny.
But how can you be forbidden from telling me what's going on? I purchased this shop.
Penny is confused. Penny thought that if you came back, you...
You should have told me the truth and punished yourself as necessary. I need to go and find off.
Penny is so sorry. Penny wanted to tell you. Penny will wait, right?
Revelio. Officer Singer, I have some
Good to...
Cassandra Mason sold me her shop and then tried to drive me mad in a haunted...
Cassandra...
Well, yes, she said she did, but I think you might have missed the bit about the dungeon.
No, I heard...
And, according to the house elf that came with the shop, she has done this sort of thing before.
I wondered what was going on. She seems to have had a great deal. In any event, these are serious acts. Perhaps a little visit with Cassandra is in order.
Revelio.
Hello, Ruth. I see you've met my new tenant.
Cassandra, it's my understanding that you sold your shop and your elf to this student. Now, they've been telling me some very interesting stories about your business practices. Perhaps you should come with me.
Potato!
Stop her!
Confringo! Levioso!
Potato!
Confringo!
What on earth are they teaching you at that school these days?
Levioso! Accio!
should have known better than to do business with a wily student.
Confringo!
What on earth are they teaching you at that school these days?
Confringo! Accio! Bombarda!
Confringo!
Protego! Protego! Accio! Confringo! Bombarda!
I'm disappointed in you, Cassandra. Incarcerate! You don't know what you're doing! Don't I? I always wondered why you couldn't seem to keep a tenant in that shop of yours. I must admit, the notion of a haunted dungeon never crossed my mind. Thanks for this. You can head back to the shop. Check on that house elf of yours, she's probably terrified.
Spoony little traitor herself! I should have known it was...
Silencio. Oh, and not to worry. Cassandra will immediately file the paperwork needed to grant you a...
Thank you.
Best of luck to you as the newest...
Penny, I have what I hope will be good news. Officer Singer confirmed.
Oh, well, Penny is so relieved. Penny had the most difficult... Penny promises to work as hard as she can.
Penny, I found an item of clothing in the dungeon that I'd like to give you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. You deserve it.
Of course, Penny will be staying on and managing the...
Penny, you're free. You can do anything you...
But all Penny has ever wanted to do is run a shop with a friend and sell to the villagers in...
If that's what you want to do, Penny, then nothing would make me happier. I'm genuinely glad you...
Penny is too. All that's left is for you to choose a sign for your new shop, and Penny will take...
I choose Vestas and Venom.
Excellent choice.
Thank you. I shall work. Oh, and Penny. We'll be closing the shop by 9 o'clock every night.
Oh, perhaps today you have something you'd like Penny to sell for you? Oh, Penny will fetch a good price for what you'd like to sell. Penny wishes you safe and wondrous travels. Penny wishes you safe and wondrous travels.
Ha! I've no tolerance for...
Oh, my dear Biscuit.
Hello?
Most decidedly, yes. My precious mooncalf Biscuit was abducted by... I tried to fight back, but
I'm sorry about your moon.
Garnuff. Just Garnuff. I'm only one goblin. Not a particularly brave one at that. I have no... Oh, my poor Biscuit. I can...
I'll keep an eye.
How kind. If you do see her and can bring her... Do keep an eye out for her, and be careful out there. Poachers are an unscrupulous lot.
I should try and rescue Garnuff's mooncalf. Sounds as if I'd need to head north to find those poachers. What do we have here? A demiguise. Who lived here, I wonder? Poachers. Garniff was right then. I'd better be careful.
Why the mouth round here? Got say a mind.
It's Totalis.
I know you're there.
My bite is worse than my bark.
Come back here!
You won't escape again.
Incendio!
Nice try! Reducto!
Revelio.
Confringo!
You got brains up and
Confringo.
Incendio!
Let's play predator and prey, shall we?
Confringo. Bombarda. Accio.
Levio Incendio!
You're not going to like this.
No one takes one of my own and lives the hell of it!
Oh, what's the light out of your eyes?
How did that feel?
Confringo. Accio.
Careful not.
Accio. Confringo. Bombarda. Levioso. Accio. Protego. Confringo. Accio. Confringo. Aloha Mora.
Now then, which one of you is Biscuit? Now, I'm only trying to help. All right, Biscuit. Let's get you back to Garniff, shall we? Revelio.
Don't you fret, Biscuit. I shall...
Garneth, I've rest...
You have!
Biscuit is fine, as am I. I was able to rescue her.
Oh, mercy. Where poachers... I cannot wait to get her home.
I'm glad she's safe now. I'm sure she'll be happy to go home.
Oh, that is a great weight off my mind. Oh, my sweet little Biscuit. My wise, noble moon calf. As I said before, you have restored my faith. You've restored at least a modicum of my faith in wizard kind. Biscuit and I can't thank you enough.
Gangsta. Xbox. News. Dur.
MSI Afterburner'a install'ını yapıyoruz değil mi? Bunun şeyi yok öyle kendisi çalışan muhabbeti.
Nasıl yani kendisi çalışan?
Hani kendi kendine exe olarak.
Yok o direkt install yapman lazım.
Çok salak. Neyse. Okey.
Riva Tuner da indirmen lazım. Riva Tuner var ya. Onu da indirmen lazım. Şey
Oğlum bir de installer
MSI Afterburner'ı yüklerken Riva Tuner'ı yüklemek ister misin diye soruyor. Onu da indirmen lazım.
Yok başka. O bilgisayar iç bilgisayar şey ya laptop ama o şey laptop. Tamam ben bunu yükleyeyim. Riva Tuner Statistik Server değil mi?
Aynen. Onu da indir.
Ya bugün şey yapmak zorunda kaldım. Bu bendeki şeylerin hepsi tek 3,5 milimetre girişli.
Evet. Ha, ikili olmadığı için sesle mikrofon aynı anda olmuyor. Evet.
Evet, şimdi şu HyperX'in şeyini buldum. HyperX'in bir tane dongle gibi bir şey var, onu buldum. Oradan taktım, bakalım çalışacak mı?
Çalışır. Geleceğim birazdan. Bir çay koyayım da öyle geleyim, olur mu? O sırada kapansın şey. Tamam hadi.
Steam'den online'ım.
Tamam hadi geliyorum.
Hadi.